breathing through my nose is impossible. I'll show you. Look at this.
Already, mouth open, big deep breath.
Dricus said to tell you, Joel, that if we start seeing his mouth open, it's just how he breathes. He said, my nose doesn't work too good, so I try to keep my mouth open to breathe.
His nose is a mess. Needs to get it fixed.
Dricus Du Plessis, middleweight champion in the UFC, known for his awkward style, but he manages to get out and grind the win. Now, Dricus is known for having, in the past, gassing out, looking terrible, his posture not looking great. In fact, I think this played a role in tricking a lot of his opponents, but he was clearly compromised by breathing. A couple of years ago, he had surgery on his nose, and he is now the world middleweight champion. And that's the impact that breathing can play on fatigue. However, you might not be in the position to be able to have surgery on your nose. But there are things that you can do to improve your relationship to feeling as if you're short of breath, to improve your breathing efficiency. And in this video, I'm going to guide you through an exercise called control work so that you can, at home, start giving this a go. First of all, I want to discuss just the concept of air hunger in general. This feeling of being gassed in terms of your breath. This is essentially where your body is not able to match the demands of the amount of carbon dioxide that is building from the body because of the excess fatigue, because of the intensity of the work, and your breathing just can't get the CO2 out. And therefore, what your body does is it essentially goes into what's called an emotional reaction. And that emotional reaction is creating this feeling of sensation in your body that is an unpleasant sensation. It's a sensation that's meant to make you slow down. It's a sensation that's meant to make you change your breathing behavior so that you breathe faster, so you get more carbon dioxide out to bring you back into homeostasis again. However, that sensation, we can become trained to habituate to it. We can make it so that sensation doesn't faze us as much, so that we can continue to increase the capacity of work, so we can work harder, so that we can stay more focused rather than worrying about how we feel. And that can help improve your performance. So control work is essentially a form of doing this at a high intensity level. I want you to stick around because at the very end of this video, I'm actually going to go through when it should be used, how it should be used, and who should and shouldn't be using it. So in this exercise, we want to do it under some stress. We want to replicate what it's like to be exercising, to be having a fast heart rate and to have an elevated level of carbon dioxide in the body. So we're starting to feel as if we are a little bit fatigued. So ideally, this could be done at the end of a training session. What we need to do is we need to refocus on what zone are we in when we finish this exercise, because the intensity of work here really matters. And obviously the intensity of work is going to make the next component, which essentially is going to be a down regulation component to get ourselves to in a position where we're recovered. And then we are going to under breathe. And we're going to spend 10 rounds under breathing, sitting with the sensations of air hunger while staying calm, while staying relaxed, and using a mantra to stay positive in the mindset, because this is going to challenge you. Don't advise this to be an introduction to air hunger training. If you want to have a look at that sort of stuff, then you can check out the rest of my profile and just look for any exercises that are mentioned in air hunger tolerance or carbon dioxide tolerance. Anyway, so if you are in a position where you're in zone 2, what you're going to need is you're going to need to set yourself up to having maybe 1 to 2 minutes rest. However, if you're in a zone 3 or zone 4 and you're going a little bit more high intensity, then I might give yourself more 2 to 3 minutes in that. And it takes a little bit of a playing around with that middle bit just to see how much recovery time you need before you go into the undertraining. So I'm going to jump off now and I'm going to go down and get myself calm, relaxed, and I'm giving myself 2 minutes just to breathe down. And what you'll notice is I'm using my mouth to begin with, breathing in through the nose, getting completely relaxed in the body, focusing on good breathing mechanics, diaphragmatic breathing, deep breaths, clearing that CO2 out through the mouth, and I'm switching down the gears. Now I'm getting myself relaxed, getting myself centered, because I know that the next part is going to be challenging. So we're going to switch in a moment to nasal. I'm just checking my time because I've given myself 2 minutes. Currently in nasal, you can see I can start to be a little bit calm now already. My heart rate when I jumped off this was about 150. And I'm going to aim to keep the heart rate slightly elevated between 110 and 120. So we've still got a little bit of kind of stress in the body, a little bit of CO2 still in the body before we start to go into our hypoventilation. What I mean by hypoventilation is breathing less than we should for our metabolic demands. So under breathing, so it builds up that kind of sensation of, okay, this is challenging. This is here to challenge me. But I'm going to adapt to this challenge so that when I then exercise, the breathing doesn't faze me. So this is called control work. We've got another few moments here, and then we're going to move into the exercise. So just getting yourself nice and calm. You can see how calm I am here. Breathing, slowing right down, nasal, gentle, slow, expansive breathing. Ten seconds. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be breathing in for 5, hold for 10 at the top, out for 7, and holding 3 for the bottom. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. Just relaxing into that. Keep relaxing. Just allow the sensation to rise. Now control out for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the bottom. That's it. Keep holding, keep going on your own. So in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold and just relax. Allow yourself to feel the sensation, but just stay calm. Out for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just stay calm, hold. In for 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold at the top and relaxing. And out for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the bottom. In for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. So the exhale is slightly longer than the inhale, just to give a bit more of a calming effect. Controlling out, staying composed. Good breathing mechanics. You might have a strong urge to breathe here. Just relax into it. You're okay. We're halfway there. In for 5. Holding at the top. Out for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding at the bottom. Relax into it. If you need to use a mantra, stay calm. It's just carbon dioxide. You got this. Breathing in. Hold at the top. And out for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A couple more minutes to go. So it's 10 rounds in total. We're breathing in. Holding at the top. Out for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just relaxing at the bottom. Pause. Breathing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. Just relaxing. Out for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding at the bottom. In for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just holding, relaxing at the top. Try and stay focused. Present. Inside. Out for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just hold it at the bottom. Last 2 more. In for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Pause in there. You should notice it's a little bit easier now. If you've had to take a couple of breaks, that's fine. You just need to make the adjustment out for 7. You make the adjustment. Maybe it's a shorter pause at the top and bottom. Maybe intensity of work is reduced, or just a longer recovery period. 1 more. In for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Out for 7. And we're going to go into a bit of an explainer of who should use this and how they should use this. Pausing and just taking a deep breath in, breathing out, relaxing, letting go, and come back to the room. Now you can probably see that there's quite a few adjustments we can make to change the intensity of this exercise. First of all, this exercise is going to be something that's quite challenging, so I wouldn't do this at the beginning of first training with someone with their breathing. I would want that person to be grounded, to be able to good breathing mechanics during exercise and whilst they're resting, to have already built some relationship to stress in their body, to understand themselves, and to have built some air hunger tolerance. I want them to have a good breath hold time, and breath hold time is the first urge to breathe on a relaxed exhale of maybe 25 to 30 already. Stress levels to be low. What we can manipulate here is we can manipulate the intensity of the work before to make it more challenging or easier, the time period between the exercise and the actual hyperventilation itself, the breath work getting involved in this. That middle section is really about getting as calm as possible. So learning to go from high stress to calm should be a part of the training that you're doing beforehand. And then we can obviously manipulate the size of the breath. So there I was going on a cadence of 5 in, 10, 7, 2, which is what, about 3 breaths per minute? If I've done my maths quickly there, roughly, we can slow that down to 2.5, 2, 1.5 breaths per minute, making it more challenging. We can increase the time period in which the individual is doing it. So I typically do 10 rounds. What we're going to adjust is the inhale hold time, which is going to increase the amount of time we're under air hunger, and therefore that exhale component is going to be more challenging, or the exhale hold time, which then is going to make the inhale more challenging. And most people are going to find that time period of 5 seconds to breathe in after you've been holding your breath at the bottom for a long period of time under stress, you just can't control that breath. So you're going to lose control. So therefore, I call it control work. It's about learning to have good breath control under stress. This is going to lay over into improving, first of all, that performance aspect of not feeling as if you're breathless during exercise. Recovering between rounds a lot faster. So boxers, MMA fighters, athletes that are stop-start, rugby players, football players. These are all going to benefit from doing this sort of training eventually. Then we have on the other side people who have anxiety, panic, down the stream when they've started to improve that through breath practice and breath control and exercise and general just improving their anxiety. Then leaning into the stressor, because the feeling of this air hunger creeping up is the same feeling of anxiety. And it's the exact sensations in the body. You just hold your breath now, keep holding it. What comes up? Anxiety. So this training is called control work. We can utilize this as we move through progression of improving someone. It's something that's quite advanced. I wouldn't recommend it for everyone straight up front, but it has huge benefits in improving people's breathing efficiency. I have seen that over and over again. Give it a try. See how you go, and don't forget to give us a like, subscribe, and sign up to the School of Breath Science at schoolofbreathscience.com.